Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining us. Now we begin today's episode with our top news stories, starting with the fiscal year 2024 budget. At their May 23rd meeting, the County Council made a change to the income tax structure proposed by County Executive Jessica Fitzwater for the upcoming budget year. Because of the change, a second public hearing has been scheduled for 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, May 30th. The Council will vote on the income tax brackets, the property tax rate, and the overall budget's adoption the same night. The 2024 fiscal year begins on July 1st of this year. If you're watching this before the hearing, consider attending to make your voice heard. If you are watching after the budget has been adopted, you can find details at frederickcountymd.gov/budget. Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater appoints Dan Lewis as the new Chief Financial Officer. Drawing from his previous position as the Deputy Director of the county's Division of Finance, Lewis brings a remarkable depth of experience and a comprehensive understanding of the county's financial landscape. He succeeds outgoing Chief Financial Officer Lori Deppes, who retires at the end of May. As Certified Public Finance Officer and an engaged member of the Government Finance Officers Association, Lewis chaired the American Rescue Plan Act Project Review Committee. County Executive Jessica Fitzwater expressed confidence in Lewis, highlighting his expertise. The appointment ensures financial stability and responsible management of public resources. Frederick County government has redesigned its website, aiming to give residents an improved online experience. The revamped website features a sleek design, streamlined navigation, and enhanced functionality, making it easier for users to access virtual information and services. Residents can explore a wide range of resources, including government services, departmental information, news updates, event calendars, and employment opportunities. A new website was one of the recommendations of the administration's transition team. The new site aims to foster transparency and engagement by offering accessible channels for resident feedback and participation. Frederick County government encourages residents to check out the site's new look at frederickcountymd.gov and explore the new features. FCG-TV recently started a series called Get to Know Your Council Members that focuses on the lives of each county council member. This series will have 7 episodes, and the first one highlights County Council President Brad Young. Watch this video to hear his journey in life and how he moved into the role of Frederick County government's County Council President.
I'm a lifelong Frederick resident. I grew up right by TJ High School, went through North Frederick and TJ High School, went on to University of Maryland, came back to Frederick County, married my high school sweetheart, Cheryl. We've been married for 37 years now. We had 3 children here in Frederick and now 5 grandchildren. Both my wife and I have been small business owners. I'm a financial planner, investment manager is what I do for my professional practice. But I've been very involved in the community, and education's always been extremely important to me. I served 15 years on the board of Frederick Community College and 12 years on the board of Frederick County Public Schools. So education will always be my #1 priority. I ran for the council because I love Frederick and want to continue to serve, and so education will be a top priority, making sure that our seniors are taken care of, our environment, our parks, and our public safety are all going to be priorities of mine. I was involved in politics at a very young age. My dad was elected to the Board of Aldermen for Frederick when I was 4 and mayor when I was 8. And he was mayor all the way till I was 24, so politics were just something that were a part of our family. And so I was very active in knowing what was going on in our community and the importance of being involved. However, my wife, when we got married, I decided that I wasn't going to be involved in politics because I wanted to be there for my kids. And we've now raised our children. They've all grown up. They all now we have 5 grandchildren, and my wife said, hey, it's time that you can be involved in politics. So we talked about it and decided that the county council would be a good next step. to be able to stay involved with our community and give back, but also still be in the community to be active with our children and our grandchildren. Well, my wife and I are big sports nuts. We've seen the Orioles play in 25 different stadiums. I've seen the Redskins Commanders play in over 20 stadiums. Big University of Maryland sports fan, was at the national championship when they won in 2002. Been to all the bowl games. We'll be going to the bowl game coming up here in Charlotte in December. My other big hobby is I love playing poker, so you'll catch me every now and then doing that in the evening. It's kind of a good mental relaxation for me, mixing my skills of working with numbers and working with people. And so that's kind of what I do as a stress release, but also community service is one of my, and I hate to call it a hobby because it's so important, but I love spending time working with other people, helping people right here in Frederick County. We're so lucky in Frederick to have so many nonprofits that meet needs. I work with two, which is IJ Hill and I Believe in Me, where we serve at-risk youth in Frederick. I've become friends and gotten to know IJ over the last 5 years and seen the great things that he's doing to help make sure people, particularly young people, make the right choices. Another one's Love for Laughlin. Bill and Brooke DeSantis became friends over the loss of their son. And our charity nonprofit there gives out free vaccines to folks in the community that don't have health insurance. So what I just love about Frederick County is how people care so much about our county. And that's why I am here, because I really do passionately love and care about Frederick County, and I want to continue to serve. And so I want to be a partner with all these organizations that are doing great things here. It's where I was born, it's where I was raised, it's where I'll stay until my last days on the earth. I'm honored to be here and look forward to being a very open and accessible county council person. You'll see me out in the community. Feel free to come up and tell me what your concerns are. And so I just really want to be a representative of the folks of Frederick County and make sure that we're doing things that make Frederick County an even better place to live.
All right, it is time for a quick break, but when we come back, we'll find out who this episode's Pet of the Week is, the Department of Climate and Energy, and more. See you soon. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. It is time in the show where we head on over to Animal Control to find out who this episode's Pet of the Week is. Now in this episode, we're going to take a look at a middle-aged, handsome terrier mix named Saul.
Don't judge a book by its cover is a saying that is perfectly suited to senior dog Saul. While he may have a graying muzzle and imperfect skin, Saul is full of life. He loves to play, sniff, and explore. As a volunteer favorite, he gets tons of cuddle sessions, which he adores. Saul can be a little nervous in new situations and is recommended for children 10 years and up. To learn more about Saul and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
Last year, the Office of Sustainability and Environmental Resources changed their name to Division of Energy and Environment. This division now houses two departments, the Department of Stormwater and the Department of Climate and Energy. I was able to speak with staff members to find more about the Department of Climate and Energy and their mission to keep Frederick County's environment healthy. Let's check it out. County Executive Gardner and the County Council were aware of the pending change in our climate, locally and globally, and acted on creating a department that could conquer the threats of extreme heat and severe weather emerging in the near future. Manager of Climate and Energy, Don Ashbacker, says we need to recognize climate action, which is a three-part process.
Climate action has three parts. The first part is we want to reduce the causes of climate change. So greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide are trapping the sun's ray, and that's what's rays into the planet, and that's what's warming the planet. So the county council set a goal for us all in the Frederick County to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030, 100% by 2050. So we want to work to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. Second of all, we want to reduce the harm that we're seeing as the planet, as our temperatures are warming, we're seeing more extreme weather events. And the example of that is in 2021 when Hurricane Ida came from the Gulf all the way up to the coast and came to Frederick County and caused quite a bit of damage. So we want to minimize the damage to property and buildings because of that. And then the third aspect is that we want to regenerate healthy systems. So things like restoring streams, planting trees, all help to make the environment healthier, and trees pull down carbon dioxide from the air, and we like that.
The County Council created a goal to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in the county. Climate and Energy created a list of missions to complete that can fulfill the goal of greenhouse gas emission reduction.
We know from the data that 50% of county greenhouse gas emissions come from transportation or vehicles. So whatever we can do to convert those to electric or to reduce those greenhouse gas emissions or take less trips, which I know is challenging, but again, these are the kinds of things we all have to talk about and think about that we know will make a difference. And then the next biggest contributor is buildings, and that's about half from commercial buildings, half from residential. So the electric company have some great incentives to help buildings of both commercial and residential make changes. And then a really big thing is getting the grid clean. And as much as the county can make sure that its own power is renewable, will really help and show others that this can be done.
Climate and Energy is already making efforts to put climate change at bay, with a list of projects in the works, multiple solar arrays installed around the county, and more.
One of the things is we did do an incentive program to help businesses. It was called Business Energy Saving Tune-Ups, where we partnered with Potomac Edison. They provide incentives. The county made the copay, and so we helped support 100 businesses to make lighting retrofits, which saved about over 2.5 million kilowatt hours of electricity. We've served about 43 households in terms of making energy efficient retrofits. And since the start of the program, we've served about 700 households, and we expect to serve around 100 more in the next year and a half. Public Works also installed a solar canopy at their facility, which also powers electric vehicle chargers. So we're really experimenting with a lot of cutting-edge ways to have clean energy and meet our needs.
The Department of Climate and Energy wants the entire community to participate in protecting our climate for the future.
We know that the climate emergency is projected to cause a lot of challenges for us, and doing that work can be really complex and overwhelming. And so just to have county staff and agencies and community members working on this issue is really important to help keep the county in good shape for the future.
It is time to find out what activities county divisions and departments are hosting in the next few weeks in this episode's calendar of events. Summer is right around the corner, so there are plenty of things to keep you busy. If you'd like to find more about virtual events and programs and activities that are going on in the county, visit frederickcountymd.gov. Before we leave, let's all take a moment to say congratulations to the 3,330 Frederick County Public School graduates. These graduates came from 10 high schools: Heather Ridge, Success, Rock Creek School, Twilight, and the high school blended virtual program. Family and friends gathered at Mount St. Mary's for the graduation ceremonies that took place between May 22nd and May 26th. Each one of these graduates dealt with the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic and were able to triumph to graduation. Good luck in your new journey in higher education, the armed forces, and/or your new careers. On Saturday, June 10th, come down to Utica Park for Frederick County's biggest event ever, the 275th Anniversary Jubilee. Frederick County is holding a massive celebration to honor Frederick County's 275 years of history. This event starts at 3 p.m. and will end at 10 p.m. The 275th anniversary kicked off this year with the key drop ceremony on New Year's Eve. The 275th anniversary Jubilee event will have things to do for everyone. Participants can enjoy live music, eat delicious food from a variety of food trucks, activities for kids like petting zoos and face painting, a 19th century baseball game, agriculture stands, and more. A drone show will conclude this fantastic event with a synchronized light show and fireworks simulation. To find more information about the Jubilee event, visit frederickcountymd.gov/275. Well, everyone, that wraps up this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media. We'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care.